Please welcome art therapist Emily Abramson.
Hey! Hi, virtual hugs. Or like alligator. I don't really know. Okay, yes, are you there, Emily?
I am here. Are you there?
Thank you so much for being with us. And I think I can speak for all of us when I say that I could use some art therapy these days.
Yes, and you can say that again.
I think that I can speak for all of us when I say that I can use some...
Tim, you don't have to actually say it again.
Okay.
See, Emily, we really need you. All right, thanks so much for being on our show. Just tell me, you got your master's in art therapy, yes?
Mm-hmm.
You are a licensed yoga instructor?
Mm-hmm.
And you have your own therapy practice.
Yes.
Man, right. Can you tell us a little bit more about this fusion of art and your journey?
Yeah, so I'm an art therapist, and like they mentioned, I have my own practice called K Therapy. And especially now, our world needs, community. We need different ways to connect and interact and support each other. So art therapy is a really beautiful blend of traditional talk therapy techniques, as well as creating art and finding ways to express ourselves in kind of nonverbal ways. Right. And we really saw a lot of that tonight by all these amazing artists and everyone. I'm sure you felt at home watching, and even the artists performing, that when we create things outside of ourselves, we really, tap into that sense of well-being and mindfulness and allow ourselves to, slow down a little bit, maybe take a breath and find a connection to ourselves, which we really, really need right now. Yeah. So art therapy is a really amazing profession for the young and the old. It's everything in between, and a really wonderful way to connect with people and build community.
Nice.
Yeah, it's true. I think we can get caught up in things and sort of like not stop and smell the roses, which my better half Ashley always tells me, stop and smell the roses sometimes. Yeah. So
take a breath.
So we have a special tweet.
A what?
A tweet for everyone.
A tweet?
We have a special treat for everyone watching tonight, and the cast here. Some of us are going to participate here at Foxhole Live. Emily is going to take us through one of her directives. So if you grab that piece of paper and pencil if you want while you're at home, and you can participate with us at home. So take it away, Emily.
Yeah, so this is just a little taste. I mean, art therapy sessions and groups can look really, really different all the time. So just kind of for us to connect a little bit more tonight and kind of give ourselves a break. It's been a really, really hard year. It's been a really hard day for some of us, a hard hour. We need these kind of different reminders and ways to support ourselves and give ourselves some self-care and self-love. So tonight we're going to do kind of a visual directive here, so you can follow along, but we're going to create a symbol or some type of imagery or words, something that allows you to stop and like Tim said, smell the roses and remember to be present in the moment and center yourself and take a couple breaths. So something that gives you that reminder throughout the day. And before we jump into that, we're just gonna, wherever you are, if you're sitting, if you're standing, if you feel comfortable, you can close your eyes. If not, you don't have to. We're just gonna take a couple just collective breaths together. So just taking a nice big inhale and exhale, let it go. Nice big inhale and exhale, let it go. Just two more here, really coming into ourselves. So if you want, you can take an inhale, lift your shoulders up. Exhale, let it all go. One more, inhale, lift your shoulders up. And exhale, let them go. So before we open our eyes, if they're closed, just starting to think here for a moment, maybe what kind of images or colors or shapes or even words started to come out in your mind. What kind of brings you home? What supports you and what centers you? What can be that, visual reminder to slow down a little bit more? So when you're ready, you can open your eyes if they were closed. And if you want to grab your paper and your pencil and your markers, whatever you have at home, can start to create something. I have a couple examples here. We probably won't get to, go through the whole thing together tonight, but I encourage you really to take the time to work on it later, to share it with your loved ones and place it somewhere in your house that can continue to remind you to slow down and take those breaks. So here's one kind of reminder, a thought of just, simple words, be here now. Other times you can do something a little bit more, centering, like a mandala image or something like that. Just finding, there's no right or wrong. Doing art, especially in art therapy, you don't have to be an artist. You don't have to come with this, the right answers. It's just for you to express yourself, and especially for this one, for you to make something that really speaks to you. What talks to you, and what will remind you when you're sitting at your computer hunched over your screen to slow down, to take a breath. What kind of words or images will do that for you? I hope you can take the time to do that, and again, place it in a place in your house, in your mirror, by your bed, something that you can come back to and maybe create new ones or add on to them in the future, and really enjoy that process of making that art and having it be that reminder for you.
Wow.
And I will work on one as well. It can often be interesting kind of what comes up when you start getting a little quieter, and when you are maybe not relying so much on the words, like letting the art speak or the imagery speak. And allowing yourself to kind of settle into that and be comfortable with that and explore that. Can also be a really great thing if you want to do something like this with your family or with your kids and stuff like that, to draw about kind of your day or what happened, and kind of use that as a way to explore those feelings and remind us to come back and connect at the end of the day.
Just taking the time, especially after what is all involved in doing this show, to just take the time to breathe was so effective.
Yeah, I think if we start the show over right now.
Yeah.
Okay, I would get the time right from the beginning.
We're having her call in at the top of every show now instead.
Yes. Emily, that's great. Thank you. Should we share some of it, or is it really just for us?
That's totally up to you. Yeah, it can be a group thing, and you're welcome to share it. If it's something personal to you, I support you in keeping it to yourself.
I think Tim really wants us to.
Tim, I want to see if Tim wants to share.
Well, it's not a great drawing, but it's. I thought instantly of my daughter, Charlie May. I don't know why. And she has this little curly hair thing going on. That was that. But
She's much cuter than this picture.
She's definitely a lot cuter than this picture. That's for sure. Yeah. Anybody else want to share?
I'll share mine. You said like things that center you. So I said, give me a candle. So I started drawing a candle, but as I continued to think, I started to hear the things that people call me, mama. So there's just like a little list that I wrote. So like the name of my candle is like what the things are that people call me that I enjoy.
I love a good candle. So.
I love it.
I'll share mine, but there's profanity.
No profanity. This is a PG show. Thank you so much.
That was great.
So, Emily, you were wonderful. Thanks for taking the time to be on our show.
Right. I feel so centered
I
right
know.
now.
I know.
Let's take a nap
I
together.
forgot that we're still live.
I think the band should play again.
You can learn more about Emily and her practice. Is it CAY therapy or K therapy?
Either way. stands for, Create Art Yoga Therapy.
Create Art Yoga Therapy.
Thank you so much.
Createtherapy.com. Thanks, Emily.
Thank you, Emily.
Thank you.
Bye.
Emily.